said, now how about now? You know what? Let me just take this off. Okay, let's just do that, because I'm not sure if my connection was wonky. So, oh, thank you so much for the heads up on that, because I would have just been rambling on and on with no sound. It was basically the intro you missed for the no sound. So, thank you so much for that heads up. What was I saying? Oh yeah, back in the bathroom. That's basically the recap. Beetlejuice wall. Jokes, jokes, jokes. So let's get right into it. And thanks again for the heads up on the no sound. So Mary Z was a comedian, is a comedian, and she put comments below about her nighttime routine as opposed to a morning routine. And because I'm in LA, not in Chicago, my schedule's all off. So I actually wrote in the evening, and so thanks, Mary Z, just to remind me that just because I do something one way when I'm traveling, I need to be a little bit more flexible. So I did write yesterday at night. And then because I'm in LA, I'm kind of absorbing all these new environments. So for example, I'm seeing a lot of films. So I'm here for a film festival. Open mic is in a film festival. And I also went to go see some live comedy. Late Late Breakfast, which is a show in Chicago, was also a show here. And so just how I am when I watch different media was kind of interesting, because when I'm watching films, I'm really focusing on me as a writer, right? Like I'm like, okay, how did they write that? How did they do that? How did that happen? And then when I'm watching performance, I'm really putting myself and thinking of myself as a performer, because I'm a stand-up, I do both. And I just thought it was interesting. Like I'm consuming so much like comedy, TV shows, media all in one day, because obviously it's festival time, that it was just interesting to see how my creative brain was reacting to both of them. So I think it's interesting, you know, let me know how you guys, when you are not participating in a show or a film or an art, how your brain reacts. And I think I need the balance of watching things when I'm focusing on writing and watching things when I'm focusing on performing. I just need that balance. I think that like fulfills me and regenerates me a little bit more than just one or the other. So that's something I noticed. I'm very thirsty. Hold on. Also, everybody hates LA, right? It's like a universe. Everybody's like, it's like hip to hate it. And I was thinking about why. And I think it's from what I can understand and how it's making me feel is, you know, the term like Facebook depression, right? Where people see other people's lives via social media, and most of the time people are just putting their highlights reel, all the good stuff on social media, and people see that and they compare themselves and their lives and they get depressed. They're like, I'm not enough, look at what this person's doing, look what this person's doing. I know a lot of my artist friends across the board, not just comedians, not just writers, not just actors, like across the board, they're like, they got this thing, I didn't, you know, it bums them out. Facebook depression, I think, is the town of LA. Like, it seems like everyone's comparing themselves to each other and they didn't get a thing, and there's a lot of that anxiety and a lot of that cynicism and a lot of that sort of, you know, the industry crushing people. And I think that absolutely exists. Even I feel that when I'm here. I'm a little like, I don't belong. But there's also something kind of positive. Like you look up and like in Universal City, for example, you just see a giant minion on top of a hill. And I had this moment, and maybe it's like the Midwestern naive gal that I am, like a young, well, not that young, but you know, a new person to the town sees this, and like that giant minion, whether you like the minions or not, that came from someone's writing. That came from someone's creative brain and became something giant and something that the world could see. And it's on top of a mountain now. It's like crazy. And that's what we're doing. So I think we are like beginning stages of whatever the industry is here in LA, and whatever like it end up being cynical and angry. And I'm not blaming people, because I don't think it's like stacked in your favor. But the idea of creating something just from your noodle, putting on the page, and then creating it with others to come out in the world, that idea to me is still really amazing and beautiful. And that's what the hell we're doing here for 30 days. We're taking these experiences, putting them on the page, committing to it for 30 days. And who knows what can happen. I just think, you know, the human mind is amazing. And I think that sometimes I need to remember that. Like, when I'm watching all these other films and I'm comparing myself to them, or I'm watching stand-ups and I'm comparing, it's creation versus comparing. And I think I need to remember the creation realm is where I would like to remain, not in like the competitive comparison, like ego realm. And it's hard, that balance. But anyway, so that's kind of what I've been reflecting on while I've been here. But boom, what are you guys doing with your Sundays? Are you having breakfast right now? Yeah, let me know if you guys like fall into that comparison thing, or are you pretty focused this 30 days? And like, I'm just generating material. I'm not, worried about anybody else and what they're doing. I'm primarily focused on me. And I hope this sound is still working. The other thing I want to mention is Linda P. in the comments below mentioned that instead of just saying the writing prompts, I typed them in the description box. And for some reason in the beginning, I wasn't going to do that because I didn't want people to not watch the video. I wanted you to have an incentive to stay till the end. But I'll write it down. I don't know. That's crazy. Who cares? If you want to just come here for the writing prompt, fine. I don't know what I was thinking. So I will start writing them below, and then when I go back to Chicago, I'll backlog it. So every single video now will have the writing prompt in the description below. So thank you, Linda P, for that suggestions, aka Mom. Edna, thank you. I fixed it. Thank you. I really appreciate you letting me know, because I would have just rambled on forever. So let's get to the writing prompt, my friends. You came here, you listened to my challenges, and again, please remember to share yours below. I'm not sure if this was cut off with the sound issue earlier, but the whole reason for all of us doing this together is to share our challenges and our joys in the comment section to help each other out on this writing process. So I'm going to share mine on video, but you please feel free to share yours below. Writing prompt for this Sunday is as follows. Come here, little book. So here we go. Write 20 sentences describing your life. The first word in each sentence must alternate between fortunately and unfortunately. Again, I'll write this in the description box, but I'll repeat it again. Here we go. Write 20 sentences describing your life. The first word in each sentence must alternate between fortunately and unfortunately. Now, for this specific challenge, if you're doing the 750words.com, 20 sentences might not fill that requirement. Who cares? If you only want to do 20 sentences, awesome. You also can just flesh them out so they're 750 words. Also, you don't even have to do that writing prompt. We're just here to write, collect those words, so write whatever the heck you want. Cool, cool. Thanks so much for hanging out. Edna, thanks again for mentioning that the sound was an issue at the beginning. Final thing, I want to give a shout out to Eunice. Eunice is doing this challenge. Eunice is a Kate that I just love so much, and she sent me a really heartfelt email yesterday after this writing challenge, and it was just what I needed personally. So I just want to say thank you, Eunice, for making my day, for giving me the strength here in LA to like walk through more doors. I just really appreciate this community here on YouTube and with the Kates and the Kates University. It really helps me. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me and my Beetlejuice walls. Don't say it anymore. Okay, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye. You're welcome, Janet Kane. Goodbye. Thanks for stopping in for this live early morning Sunday thing. Oh, it's making a noise.